Alright, welcome to episode 9 of Adventures in Old Code. Today we're going to look at Stock Simulator version 1.3. Hopefully it'll be entertaining. I think we're going to get into the world of graphics this time. We'll see what we get. There's this large gap in my programs, my personal programs, that are not Stock Simulator. The entire month of November 1998 appears to be either school assignments, which I no longer have the code for, or Stock Simulator. So we'll have to wait until the December episodes to get into non-Stock Simulator episodes, but that's alright. Alright, Stock Simulator, the version 1.3. Let's see what we get. Wow. Stock Simulator 1.3. Press enter to continue. Press M for a message from Joey. Well, here we are, Stock Simulator 1.3. I know you guys are overwhelmed by my genius and ingenuity, but what can I say? I'm just better than you. I have been contemplating many ideas that I have received from fans such as yourselves, and I will tell you this right now. I hate them all. Can't you guys get it in your head that I am just better than you and don't need your stupid suggestions? I have a reputation to keep, people. If I start listening to the common folk, then it appears that I am human, just like the rest of you. Leave me the heck alone. Goodbye. This was an ongoing thing with Stock Simulator. Once I had the core program working, I spent more time on the messages at the beginning than the actual new enhanced features of the version. And as you can see, I'm some kind of megalomaniac who hates everybody. I do recall when I first wrote this, our computer, our family computer, we only had the one, was in the living room. And so everyone could see what you were working on. And when I was writing this particular message, I originally wrote it as "leave me the hell alone," something that we would never say growing up. We didn't swear in my house. My parents didn't swear. And so the phrase "leave me the hell alone" was not something that was even remotely in my vocabulary. And it's still not, thankfully. But I was taking on a persona of some really, really evil person when I was writing these messages. And so I wrote "leave me the hell alone." And wouldn't you know it, my dad walked into the room and saw that and scolded me for it. And so I turned it back to "leave me the heck alone." Anyway, that's a little nugget from the history of my teenage years. All right, that's a beautiful graphic. Okay, enter to continue. Here it is, after a very long time of anticipation and waiting. I am happy to present to you the Stock Simulator 1.3. Basically nothing has changed from 1.2 except the really cool graphics. Have fun playing Stock Simulator 1.3, and I hope that you will continue supporting me in my struggles to keep up with the changing times by sending me $500. Even though someone has yet to pay me, I feel like something big is going to happen soon. I will talk to you again later. Press any key to continue. You can now choose one of the following 6 stocks. And like everything else, I will choose dance techno music. I will throw in all my money into dance techno music. So clearly this has not changed at all except for the version number in the logo section. It looks like dance techno music is running away. Oh no, crack was better than it. Only if you pick crack did you come out on top. You invested $100, it ended up at $590. You now have $590. You have gained $490. Perfect. Well, we'll quit because the message said nothing changed. Yes, that's still the same. And file not found. We'll comment that out. Okay, well, let's peruse this code. I think we're going to be talking about graphics. So let's see what we get. I think most of this should be the same then, except I have, curiously, I didn't have any sound in this version, but I still have the sound subroutine. Circle dot, of course circle is a keyword, and message. Okay, same variables. Oh, I've got an X, a string X this time. Okay, all my variables, all the same. Do loop until. Okay, so first we're going to run the circle. I guess that draws the graphics. Yes, this is graphics code. We will, let's come back to this in a brief second. Then we show the start. And this is kind of nice. So press enter to continue, M for a message from Joey, and here I'm using the X. So I'm waiting for the key press, assigning it to X, uppercasing it immediately, and looping until the key that I pressed was 13 is enter, and 77 is a capital M. Again, that's why I uppercased it, so I only had to check for capital M. Otherwise, I'd have to check for lowercase m. Okay, so X now becomes enter or M. And if X was M, then do message. And here's this message, lovely message where I hate the world. Okay, and then loop until I hit enter. So keep showing the message and going back to the title screen until you hit enter. Okay, let's keep going. Screen 0. Now, screen is a command that brings you into graphics modes. QBasic had, I think, 14 different graphics modes, and you access each mode by the screen command. So screen 0 was text mode, what we've been using all along. It's the default mode when you start up. So screen 0 puts it back into text mode. And then color 12, instructions. Okay, nothing going on there. And doing all this stuff, which is all the same, all the same, all the same. Everything's the same. Keep running that program. Okay, let's look at circle then, because this is clearly the only thing different. It's graphics. Woohoo! You can notice I'm going into screen 9. So looks like I'm using two graphics commands here, the circle and the line. Now the different screens, I'm guessing screen 9 gives you 640 by 320 graphics. So each of the different screen modes varied on two things: the screen resolution and the palette color that you, just one second. I am getting a message from my wife. So we will do this. All right, sorry about that, folks. Let's get back. Okay, so I can't remember where I was, but each screen mode gave you two things that it varied on. So you have your screen resolution and your color palette. So, but you're all working with the same amount of memory, computer memory. So when your palette increased, your resolution had to decrease because you were using the same memory. So each pixel if it could be, say, 2 colors, then you only have to store one of those 2 colors, and it becomes very easy to store. But if you wanted 256 colors, then you would have to store a lot more information, and so your screen resolution would decrease. Now, most games, as I recall, would use Stock13. I believe that was the one that gave you 256 colors. Fairly nice range of colors, but because of that, your screen resolution was only 320 by 200, I think. And so I didn't use that a whole lot. I did use that in some programs, but I liked more higher resolution, sacrificing your palette. So I believe screen 9 is 640 by 320, and it could even be 640 by 400. But you only got 16 colors, I think. So that's all you got. Okay, let's look at this. So I'm clearing the screen. Code 1, screen 9 for ABC equals. You need a variable name. Why not ABC? 1 to 150, step 1. So I didn't need to include this step 1. In every for loop, every time through the loop, you increase the counter. So first it's 1, then it's 2, then it's 3. If your step value was different, you could say step 2, and then it would go up by 2s. The default was 1, so you could put it in there, you could leave it out. Not sure why I decided to put it in there. I hadn't needed it until this point in my life. But anyway, regardless. So code is looks like I'm using as the color. So first I start off with color 1. If code equals 3, then code equals 1. Okay, change to color code. Add 1 to code. Draw a circle. Wait for a minuscule amount of time. If code equals 16, then code equals 1. Yeah, okay. So this line suggests that colors are going from 1 to 16 and then back again. But this line up here suggests that colors are going from 1 to 3 and back again. I am sure that this line is never used. Okay, so first color 1, draw a circle. Color 2, draw a circle. Color 3, draw a circle. Now how do you draw a circle in QBasic? Well, that's a circle command. Circle. The step is... I still don't understand the step regarding a circle. It claims, if I hit F1 here, that in graphics statements, the step is used to indicate that the pixel coordinates that follow step are relative offsets from the last location of the graphics cursor on the screen, rather than absolute distances from the upper left corner of the screen. So let's have a look at the circle command. The screen 9, that's what we were using. If I say circle, and then comes a set of coordinates, so 0, 0, and the next number after the comma is the radius, we'll say 300. Okay. Yeah, okay, so F5. So you can see I've got a part of a circle centered at 0, 0. 0, 0 is the top left corner in most computer graphics. I'm not sure why. 0, 0 is the top left corner, and things increase to the right and down. So it's not even one of the 4 coordinates on the Cartesian coordinate plane. I'm not sure why they did that, but whatever. It would be nice, a nice match to Cartesian geometry if you had your 0, 0 in the bottom left. But clearly, computers had to be different than high school math. Okay. So that's what happens when you do it on 0, 0. Now the step command says take whatever your coordinates were, and this will be relative. So if I said 10, 10, or yeah, let's do 100, 100, it would be 100 to the right and 100 down of the last known position on the screen that we were just drawing at. Now, this will get you something funky, and it's not quite intuitive, and it's still not intuitive to me. The fact is we haven't used any graphics locations yet in this program. So what is it relative to? It seems to default to the very center of the screen. So circle step 0, 0 gives you a circle right in the center of the screen. So that's great. We could change the color here to color 1. And then I get a blue circle. Color 2 is green. And color 3 is this cyanish kind of color. Okay, so that's how the circle step command works. Not a big deal. It's pretty simple, pretty easy. Okay, you'll notice that the radius is a variable, the ABC variable, that's increasing from 1 to 150. So basically, start with a small circle in the center. I should put my hands up here, and then grow out. This gets you the nice graphic. And because the, I'm not sure why the circles are, right, because when you draw a circle, it's not filled in by default. So, and it's not going to erase if you don't explicitly erase it. So you start small, and as you grow by 1, you're going to create a disc, a colored disc. And because we start off with 1, immediately add 1 to it. So we're at color 2, draw the circle. Color 3, draw the circle. We come here, back again, we're at color 3, so then we go back to color 1 and add 1 to it. So it kind of looks like we're cycling through colors 1 to 3, but in fact we're only cycling through colors 2 and 3. Okay. I'm very sure I just tossed something together and just see what it looked like and thought that was fantastic. Okay, so that explains the circle. A line. Line is a bit, I mean, it's straightforward as well. You just need more numbers. So for A equals 1 to 640, color 4, line, and then you give it 2 sets of coordinates, and intuitively, this is the 2 points that the straight line will be drawn in between. Thanks to Euclid, we know that 2 points defines one and only one line. In Euclidean geometry, so there we go. Draw a line from 320, 160. This is what makes me think that the screen resolution is 320 by, or 640 by 320. I think it's 640 by 400. I don't think this line is in the center of that circle. We know the circle emanates from the middle of the screen, but these lines don't. If you notice the center of the circle, yeah, the lines sort of begin just above the center of the circle. Oh, I've got to go through this. Right. Okay. So yeah, I think the resolution of screen 9 is 640, 400. So okay, we're going to draw a line from 320 to 160 and draw it to A, which at first is 1, and then it's 2, and then it's 3, and then it's 4. So we're making a sweep like this. First of all, that was color 4. let's just play with this line command a bit. Change the color to 4, the nice red color, and we'll make a line from 320, 160 to 1,40. There we go. And then I'm going to draw another line for 320, 160 to 2,40. And you can see it got a little bit thicker. And similarly, we could do the whole thing. But if we go all the way up to 640, those are our two boundaries. We're just going to sweep the line, and then we're going to sweep the line the other way. So that's the line command. It's pretty straightforward, not a big deal. Good introduction to QBasic graphics. Okay. So that's drawing the red swipe. Now this is the blue swipe. It's color 1, starting from the same point, but this time our y coordinate is 280, so down below. That makes sense. And here we're stepping by -1. So when you wanted to go backwards in a for loop, you indeed had to include the step value. This is the value that will get added every time. Because if I said this, it would never end. It would start at 640, then it would add 1 to it, 641. Then it would add 1 to it, 642. And it would keep going until it was 1. And actually, technically, this would stop once the integer value overflowed, and it reset back to the largest negative number. But that's computer hardware related. Anyway, that's why the step -1 is there, so we can go from 640 down to 1, draw the line, you're done. So that was Stock Simulator version 1.3, the introduction to graphics. Now the curious thing is we didn't get any sound, but I claimed that this was the same core. Yeah, I've taken away the sound. I don't run that sound at all. But it's not even here. So I have the noise variable because I just didn't get rid of any variables. No, I have the sound subroutine, but I didn't define it. Okay, so I've just declared it. It doesn't actually exist. So there you go, and I could keep hitting M and go back to the title screen. You can see the two colors, color 1 and color 2 alternating. I could go back to the message. This is that do loop until I hit enter, and there you go. Thanks for watching. This has been Adventures in Old Code, episode 9. Join us next time. Have a nice day.